If you guys need to go 12-0, complete Spotlight challenges, complete Spotlight sim challenges, domination, and even evolve cards, make sure to contact Rose NBA on Twitter. The link's in the description. So welcome back to another My League rebuild here on NBA 2K20. In today's video, we are going to be doing a realistic rebuild. Now, for those of you who have been watching me for a decent amount of time, you know that I am not one to do realistic rebuilds. Now, I've been getting a decent amount of requests lately to start doing them. So here goes nothing. I decided to use the Golden State Warriors today for a couple of reasons. One, for the love of God and me, I am not very good at these. So if I'm going to start out doing a realistic one, I want to do it with a team that has a solid core already, that's not good, and a team that's proven. So like there are three reasons right there. I know for a fact that this is probably not going to be the most realistic thing on YouTube. I know for a fact you can't get exactly like realistic rebuilds on YouTube. I mean, there's always, out of every realistic rebuild that I've watched, there's always some unrealistic aspect, and that's going to happen. This is my league. This is 2K. It's not going to be like real life. That's just how it goes. So I'm going to give this a trial run. I'll probably do 2 or 3 of these. If you guys seem to really like them, I will continue doing them. But yeah, eventually I understand it. You guys get bored of me just like trading a bunch of players for first round picks and then trading those picks for superstar players. I get that, and I totally understand it. Unfortunately, in realistic rebuilds, the teams are not going to turn out as, God Squad-like as they do in, like, my normal rebuilds. But thought, you know what, why not give this a go? Not every rebuild needs to have a full God Squad. So we take a look at this Golden State team. Obviously, the past 5 years, they've been in the finals, winning 3 of them. It's a true dynasty. Steph Curry and Klay Thompson were injured for the majority of the 2019-2020 season. Kind of the only reason this team ended up winning 19 games. I simmed the rest of the season. And ended up with that. They traded D'Angelo Russell, who was their offseason signing last year, for Andrew Wiggins from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Draymond Green, I hate so much. Hate him, hate him, hate him. He's really 6'6". I just don't believe that for some reason. But yeah, if I can find a trade for Draymond, I'm probably going to. I already have a couple of teams in mind that, maybe would, entertain trading for him. I think Eric Pascal is one of the key pieces of this team moving forward. Only 23 years old. Kind of the steal of the draft last year. What pick was he? He was the 11th pick in the second round. Pick 41 overall. Kind of crazy. He's turned out to be one of the better players from that draft class. So the rest of this team is at an interesting spot. Alan Simala, I can't say his name, dude. See, typically in my unrealistic rebuilds, my normal rebuilds, whenever I have somebody I can't say their name, I just trade them. And there goes the problem. But I'm not going to trade a 19-year-old just because I can't say his name now. So I did not know Dragan Bender was even on this team. So we're in a really interesting spot right now. I really like Kevon Looney. I'm excited to see what he can do production-wise. Decent player, not unbelievable. He's a good rebounder. But yeah, obviously building with Steph and Klay kind of here, looking towards the future. The departure of Kevin Durant, if he didn't leave this, probably still could be a realistic rebuild because he was out this year too. Kind of crazy to think like a big 3 is all injured this year. But yeah, let's hop into this rebuild. We'll see how it goes. Again, it's like my first time doing one of these in so long. I'm not keeping my front office realistic, though. Not that I really need to fire many guys. But yeah, I want my trainers, I want my scouts, I want my assistant GM to all be good. So yeah, if you guys do enjoy these, please let me know down in the comment section. I mean, I'm always happy to do what you guys enjoy making as long as I enjoy creating it as well. So up to the draft, hoping for a good pick. We fall to number 4. Which is a little bit unfortunate. We take a look at the big board right now. James Wiseman is the 4th overall prospect. He's who I'm really interested on because we need a center, and we really don't need much of anything else. I mean, maybe a small forward if Andrew Wiggins doesn't work out. Andrew Wiggins will definitely spend at least 1 year here, maybe 2 or 3. We will see. So Wiseman's my guy. I'm going to go pick by pick through the NBA draft and eventually maybe, looking to get him. Also, before we do get into this, before this video, I uploaded episode 1 of Behind the Basket. It's my new podcast discussing all things NBA. If you guys, want to go check that out, it would mean a lot to me. It's also going to be on Spotify and I think eventually Apple Music. I don't think it is right now. But if you don't have Spotify, just go listen to it and on YouTube. So, yeah, that seems like it's going to be a hit. I hope you guys are looking forward to that as well. So, back to this. I'm going to go pick by pick and, for now, see what ends up happening. I'm thirsty as all hell. I just actually recorded a podcast episode for 50 minutes straight. Didn't take a break. Anthony Edwards goes 1 to the New York Knicks. I'm not editing this out. I don't really care that much. All right. Edwards goes 1st overall. I think if he's still sitting here at 3, who's on the clock right now? Or who's drafting? LaMelo Ball goes to the Cavs. The Wizards do need a big man. All right. If I'm going to make a trade here, what would it take for me to get the 3rd overall pick from the Washington Wizards? They want pick 4 in the 23rd overall pick in the 2nd round. They want Alan Simala. You know what? This isn't a terribly unrealistic trade here.
Also, something I do want to emphasize, if I make a realistic trade, it's basically just going to be fair value. It's not going to be something that, you know, definitely could happen. It's more fair value. So, like, I'm not ripping off a team, like, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I'm not trading, like, 271 overalls for a potential top 3 pick. Like, that's kind of my value. Like, if I were to do this trade, I'm actually going to do this trade and toss in, you know, my 23rd overall pick in the 2nd round. So, I do get rid of Allen. I think he's actually been pretty decent for the Warriors. I'm going to pick up Admiral Schofield, though. And this is also going to, you know, ensure that I get James Wiseman, the guy I want going forward. What? You know, let's just go over trade logic in this game. Like, why would you not want... You know what? I'm not even going to do it. I'm just going to take the trade because I'm not, you know, going back and forth with them. If a trade comes up with the Washington Wizards again, that I'll give them another 2nd round pick. I'm sorry about it, but I'm going to do this. I don't know why the game is so broken to the fact that it won't let me add a 2nd round pick when I'm not getting anything else in return. Kind of weird, but James Wiseman's going to be the pick here for us at number 3 overall. Our future center moving forward. He develops like an absolute stud in this game. I'm very happy to see that. So we're into the 2nd round. Again, not going to be getting anybody unbelievable. Chris Smith, that is the whitest name ever on a black dude. Aaron Henry, John Petty Jr. Ooh, Makur Maker. Why not? Probably not going to be the best overall, but he's okay. And then I wouldn't mind dumping our 23rd overall if nobody even wants it. So I guess, you know what, I'll be selecting somebody there. I don't know why nobody wants the 23rd overall pick. The Wizards wouldn't take it, and then I tried to get any team to take it. They didn't want it as well. What I think I'm going to do here is I think I'm going to take the guy with the coolest name. Yam Madar. That's a pretty cool name. I might have to go with that. I mean, I don't mind sending somebody overseas as well. Trent Wofford. Where does he go to school? He goes to LSU. I thought he could have gone somewhere else. Oh, Charles Bassey used to be way higher up on the mock drafts. Like, not even mock drafts, but in this, when I used to draft somebody. All right, who was that guy? I really like that name, whoever it was. We are going to go with Yam Madar from Israel. 19 years old, I believe I saw. He will spend some time overseas. You know, maybe eventually contribute for us a little bit. So, Makur Maker, I'm going to sign. He is a 70 overall. And then Yam Madar is a 67. He will be overseas for 1 year, and then he will be eligible to come to our team. Wiseman is obviously our guy, though. Moving forward. Team player options, we have nothing here to deal with. Qualifying, Damian Lee. That's hot. Where are my shooting guards right now? Behind Clay. Damian Lee is kind of like my only other one. I do want Jordan Poole to develop, though. I wouldn't mind... You know, I'm going to play Jordan Poole. I'm going to renounce this contract offer on Damian Lee. I have no idea who he is, to be honest, or if he's been good for the Warriors. I'm just going to let him go. I really, you know, want to develop whatever. Who am I developing again? Jordan Poole. That would be cool. We head over into free agency right now. We obviously pretty much have no money. Steph Curry will not have a backup, so Yam Madar will spend time overseas. Obviously, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole will play for us. I don't know if I want Admiral Schofield to play. I wouldn't mind a different backup small forward. I'm going to look for a trade for Draymond Green right now. That's something I'm definitely interested in doing. Wiseman's going to be our guy at center, obviously, and then Kevon Looney will be his backup. So I do have a couple trades in mind for Draymond Green. I'm going to, you know, offer them right now, and I'll see you guys once I have those. So this is kind of like my first one I had in mind. I think the Miami Heat are a very realistic team to go out and get Draymond Green. I mean, you take a look at this team's roster right now. They don't have a legitimate power forward on it. And whether Kelly Olynyk is starting at power forward, I think Draymond Green's defense straight up alone puts him over Kelly Olynyk. Like the fact that Draymond Green and Kelly Olynyk are getting compared. It's kind of funny, but I'm going to try this trade for Keezy Okpala. I could, you know, try to get more value. I don't really think it's needed. We're also acquiring a 2nd round pick for Draymond Green. They're going to go ahead and take that. We dump a little bit of money. They get a really solid defensive player. I think it works out for both sides. Keezy Okpala, you know, maybe could develop a little bit as well. Probably going to send him to the G League. So Admiral Schofield, if he does want to develop, I wouldn't mind having him be my backup to Wiggins. He's not going to be for now. So I am in the market for a backup. Makur Maker is not going to be in the G League, unfortunately, because he's only on a 1-year contract, isn't he? No, he has a team option. All right, I'll send him to the G League. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do right now is look for a backup power forward. I also wouldn't mind if we had, you know, a 10-man rotation if the right backup point guard comes along. It would obviously only be on a 1-year deal. JJ Barea, I'm not really interested in, so I am going to, you know, kind of look at power forwards first. Do I want to bring Jonas Jerebko back? He's a good floor spacing, like, stretch 4 kind of guy. Michael Beasley's not a bad option. Just, like, all these guys are going to regress. Myers Leonard, he's an A 3-point shot. You know, let me bring in Myers Leonard here. It's going to be on a 2-year deal, $6.15 million, 75 overall. I don't mind that at all. So, yeah, he's here. Juan Toscano is going to renounce. Kai Bowman. Ooh, Kai Bowman's actually pretty good, isn't he? All right, if I have bird rights on Kai Bowman, I wouldn't mind bringing him back, and then I'll just run a 10-man rotation. Forgot this team on Marquise Chris. I don't think... I mean, if we have bird rights on Marquise Chris, I'll look to maybe bring... No, we don't even have bird rights. So, is Kai Bowman here? He's a pretty low overall. Actually, you know what? I don't think he's going to get an offer, so let me get through moratorium here. I will let Marquise Chris go. We don't have bird rights on him. Obviously, we have a new addition in here in Myers Leonard. And now I'm going to go ahead and look up Kai Bowman and see if we have the money to potentially bring him back. I think that would be a really solid option for this team as the backup point guard. We're just off. If he wants to take this deal, he's declined it. So we're just off of having enough money. We're still going to go 9-man rotation, mostly because I think we're going to be competing next year. I don't mind Jordan Poole. I think Admiral Schofield or Keezy Okpala, definitely one of them probably should develop. I don't know if I'm going to send them both to untapped potential, but one of them will definitely go. And so, yeah, that's going to be the team for now. I'm very excited to see how we can do, and I'll see you guys at the start of the first year with this Warriors team. So our rotation here for the start of the first season is all set. Steph and Clay going to be our backcourt. That doesn't really come with any surprise. I mean, the whole starting lineup really is, you know, kind of put in place. Andrew Wiggins here as our small forward. Hopefully he can kind of break out and be our third guy. If not, James Wiseman, I'm sure, you know, will assume responsibilities. Eric Pascal here as our starting power forward, and then our number 3 overall pick, James Wiseman, hopefully turns into an absolute stud for us. 37 minutes to these two guys, 34 to Wiggins and Wiseman, and 33 here for Pascal. Bench looks like this. Kevon Looney is our 6th man. Do not mind that at all. Myers Leonard, a new free agent signing, is going to be in here playing 16 minutes tonight as number 7. Jordan Poole developed up to a 74 overall. Excited to see what he can do as a backup shooting guard for us behind Klay Thompson. And I decided to go with Keezy Okpala. I think he's going to be a little bit better. I decided to send Admiral Schofield down to the G League along with McCurr Makers. So reserves, J.R. Smith's on this team, Kadeem Allen, Michael Beasley, Sir Dominic Pointer. Cool. That's a fucking awesome name. I almost want to give him minutes. Sir Dominic Pointer. Is that a real person? Is that a real person? I mean, he was drafted in 2015, and I'm using 2K's roster, so I'm assuming that's a person. That might be the best name I've ever seen. That actually legitimately is up there for one of the better names I've ever seen. Sir Dominic Pointer. Oh my God. He is not leaving this team. I am re-signing him every single season. I'm getting Sir Dominic Pointer a championship by the end of this video. It is going to happen. I'm in love with this team. I'll see you guys at the end of the first season. So we wrap up season number 1 here with a record of 45 and 37. You know, it's a bounce back year for Steph and Clay, so I'm not too worried about it. Giannis does win MVP, 30.8. God, I'm dyslexic. 14.8 boards a game, 6.5 assists, 1.5 steals, 2 blocks. LaMelo Ball wins Rookie of the Year for the Cleveland Cavaliers, almost 15 points, 4.5 boards, 10.5 assists. Yeah. Looking like he's going to be pretty good in the NBA, according to 2K. Yusuf Nurkic, 6th man. Kawhi Leonard, Defensive Player of the Year, still in LA. And John Morant, Most Improved. Rick Carlisle takes home Coach of the Year for the Dallas Mavericks. So we are in the playoffs. We're a 6th seed. I'm glad the Golden State is back in the playoffs. You know, obviously controlling them. I'm glad about it. The Lakers fell to a 7th seed. Wow. That's pretty crazy. I mean, you got LeBron and Anthony Davis. A 7 seed just, you know, doesn't really sound too realistic. But we take a look at player stats in the year right now. Curry put up 30.5 points a game. Klay Thompson almost 19. Not too bad. You know, he tends not to do really well in my league. And it's a weird thing with him because, like, I feel like, I mean, overall, what does he put up points per game, like, in real life? Because it has his stats here. Yeah, like 21, 20, 22, 22. Like, I don't know why it's, like, down to 18. I've seen him get down to, like, 15 or 16. It's weird. I don't get it. Wiggins with 18.5, that's not too bad. I'll take it. Wiseman was really solid. He maybe should have been Rookie of the Year. 17 points, 11 boards, 1 assist. That's not too bad. 2 blocks. Pascal was solid, 10 and 5. I mean, he's not a huge numbers guy, but still. Kevon Looney, Jordan Poole was solid, Myers Leonard, and then Keezy Okpala, who I did end up giving the nod to over Admiral Schofield. Rebounds per game went to James Wiseman, and assists was Steph Curry. We take a look at team stats on the year, points per game. Looks like we were somewhere in the middle of the pack. Actually, no, we were number 7. That's pretty solid. Defensively, we were, let's see. Oh, boy. Not, okay. We were like right in the middle of the NBA, and then differentials, probably not going to be that good. We were number 11 in differentials. So we got the Memphis Grizzlies here in the first round. We take a look at their squad. They got John Morant, Jordan Clarkson, Justice Winslow, Jaren Jackson Jr., Jonas Valanciunas. Let's see what we can do here. Also, a lot of you guys were asking to see my settings for normal rebuilds. I didn't change anything. These are them for normal rebuilds and for realistic rebuilds. So that's what they are. If you guys think I should change anything for either normal or realistic, feel free to let me know. These are what they are. They've always been. They're probably what they're always going to be because I doubt anybody's going to really care as long as that sim difficulty is on 50. I know. All right, so we got Memphis here in the first round. Let's see how we do up against them. We ended up winning the first game. They went on to take on or win game number 2 and 3. I think we were a little bit more experienced of a team, but it's looking like that one's not going to matter too much here. Okay, we're battling a little bit. Yeah, we end up losing in 7. Should have just, you know, tear the Band-Aid off and, oh, wow, Dallas lost in the first round of Portland. Should have just, you know, done it in 4 or 5 games if you're going to sit here and tear my heart out a little bit. But yeah, while we're simming the playoffs here, I do want to talk a little bit about episode 1 of Behind the Basket. I think it went really, really solid. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it. If you guys have not already listened to it, make sure to go check it out after this. I'm going to make sure to put the description link to the Spotify, whatever that ends up may being, in the description of all my videos. Make sure to go check it out after this and comment some future podcast topic ideas as well. So, Los Angeles Clippers go on to win the NBA Finals here in the first season. Kawhi Leonard goes on to win your Finals MVP. So let's go into this offseason right now, offseason number 2, into year number 2. Staff signing, let me just make sure we are all set in that department. We are good. No real reason to move on from anybody. I'm still really happy with everybody there. So I'm not going to, I mean, this is a realistic rebuild. I'm not going to do the draft combine or pre-draft workouts. It's just useless in my league. So we have the 20th overall pick. We also have the 26th overall pick from the Timberwolves. That was probably in the D'Angelo Russell trade, if I had to assume. And then the 14th overall pick from the Denver Nuggets in the second round. So let me see here. Our boy Yam Madar is going to come in here at a 72 overall. Again, don't know if he's going to get a ton of playing time. Something I also need to, point out, if I trade first round picks, it's not crazy unrealistic. Like, a lot of teams trade like out of the first round, like for future picks. Like, that happens quite a bit. I know when I typically tend to do it, it's for like cheap things, and I just acquire first round picks and then trade them. If I acquire a first round, like, there's a very good chance if I trade like 26 and 14, I'm not going to be, acquiring like a huge player with it. Could I? It's a possibility. Again, I'm trying to just go for fair value in these trades. So I don't think we need any more young guys on this roster is what I'm trying to say. I think moving 26 and 14 in the second round is not a bad idea in the slightest. We take a look at teams that could be interested in this. We have a couple offers here. Again, not going to be taking any from anything. Not going to be taking a pick from any team that I could end up being really solid. I think maybe this Brooklyn Nets lottery pick is a pretty good offer 2 years from now. So we're going to go ahead and send the, I believe, 26th overall pick and I think the 14th pick in the second round over to the Brooklyn Nets for their 2023 lottery protected first round pick. That's also important. Like, I'm not just getting a free first. So going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that trade. We are going to stick with our 20th overall pick. That's not a bad pick in the slightest here in the 2021 NBA draft. Let's see who we end up going with. Let's see who's on the board. Cade Cunningham went first, as he always does. Jalen Johnson, Evan Mobley, Jalen Green, Jonathan Kuminga. So I do not know pretty much anything about this draft class in the slightest. Isaiah Todd is a really highly ranked prospect, and I do need a new backup power forward, I think. Who's my backup power forward this year? Is just still under contract? Oh, it's Myers Leonard. All right. I would think moving on from Myers Leonard wouldn't be that big of a deal if I go ahead and draft a guy like Isaiah Todd. So we're going to take Isaiah Todd here. Did not go to college, it looks like. So cool. Isaiah Todd, welcome to the Golden State Warriors. 6'10", 210 pounds. Let's check his overall. He's going to be a 74 overall. That's not bad. We're going to sign our boy Yam Madar from overseas on a 1-year, $984,000 contract. So take a look at this team right now. Eric Pascal is going to be coming back. Kevon Looney is going to decline. I wouldn't mind bringing him back if we can't. I don't mind that at all. Admiral Schofield is up to a 78 overall. I'm going to bring him in, and then Makur Maker's up to a 74. If we don't get Kevon Looney back, and Makur Maker will probably roll in as our backup center. So I'm going to bring all those guys back. Sir Dominic Pointer is getting that qualifying offer. I looked him up. Apparently he's a real person. That's fucking awesome. If somebody can find me a link to a Sir Dominic Pointer jersey, please send it my way. I'll pay money to get a Sir Dominic Pointer jersey. Kadeem Allen, unfortunately, his services here are no longer required. But Sir Dominic Pointer, you're coming back, buddy. You are coming back to this Golden State team. So we take a look at this team right now. Yam Madar is on this team. He'll probably end up just being in the reserves. I don't really think Steph needs a backup. There's no real reason for that. Jordan Poole is more than a solid backup shooting guard than obviously Klay Thompson. Hopefully he can put up some better numbers. I'm still okay with it. Wiggins, I don't mind at all. I think, unfortunately, Kizzy Okpala is probably going to fall out of the rotation a little bit. Schofield's up to a 78. I mean, he does pretty much everything better, except for maybe perimeter defense, but I'm fine with that, honestly. So, yeah, I think Andrew Wiggins' new backup is going to be Admiral Schofield. I don't love still having Andrew Wiggins, especially on a almost $32 million contract, but we'll see what happens with him. I might look at a trade or two. Pascal is going to roll out here. I'm more than happy to have him. Isaiah Todd is going to come in and be the new backup. I don't think I'm going to find too good of a trade from Myers Leonard, but if I see anything, I will obviously, show you guys it. It won't be anything cheap. And then Makur Maker in here backing up our former number 3 overall pick, James Wiseman. I think Makur Maker is solid. He is in the final year of his deal. Hopefully, I'm somehow able to get him back after the season. So I kind of want to roll with him rather than Kevon Looney. Like, Kevon Looney is asking for $10 million a year. I don't really think Kevon Looney's worth that if a team gives it to him. Good for him. Other than that, some big free agents. Jason Tatum looks like he's going to accept an offer from the Bulls. I guarantee the Celtics are going to match up. Paul George going to Toronto. That is really interesting. So yeah, I don't really think we need to, go out and sign anybody. I think maybe trading Kiziak, Paula, Myers Leonard just because their services are no longer needed here. Not a bad option. So let's look at some offers for Myers Leonard. I really, realistically, probably should only sign him to a one-year deal. I think a second-round pick is pretty much all I need for him. So I'm thinking about teams that could use a backup big man. New Orleans. What does New Orleans have big man-wise? I don't have a backup to Zion. Sure. Let's go ahead and take a second-round pick from the New Orleans Pelicans. That's all I'm going to take for Myers Leonard. I don't really think I need much more than that. And then Admiral Schofield, or not Admiral Schofield, excuse me, Kiziak Paula might be able to get me a first-round pick. Like maybe. I'm not taking any players back for him at all. 2 first, like, yeah, not going to be doing that. I like this rookie prospect from the Lakers, Udoka Azubuike. Udoka? I don't really know. He was their second-round pick. I don't know if they would maybe give that up. It doesn't really seem that realistic. I'm going to look for a team that needs a small forward, or backup small forward, basically. I'll dump it for a second-round pick. I'll show you guys it maybe. I'll see you guys. If not, I'll see you guys at the start of your number 2 of the rotation. Somebody trying to do this deal here with the Toronto Raptors, sending them Kiziak Paula for a second-round pick. I will show you guys right now. They don't have a small forward on the roster. I think grabbing a guy who is 22 years old, who just put up, I mean, his per 36 was 16 points a game. It was only 4.5, but his per 36 were really solid. A second-round pick is basically a steal. It's not great value, but it is what it is. So, yeah, this squad is all set rolling forward. I'm really excited to see what we can do, and I will see you guys at the start of year number 2 of the rotation. Year number 2 here in the rotation is all set going forward. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. The starting lineup remains the same. Wiggins, Pascal, and Wiseman. Bench got a lot better. Jordan Poole's up to a 77 overall. Admiral Schofield, our new guy here, who we sent to the G League last year, going to be our 7th man. Makur Maker, who we drafted, I believe, in the 2020 NBA draft in the second round, developed up nicely into a 75 overall after spending a year in the G League. And then our first round pick, or excuse me, was it our first? Yeah, it was our first round pick. He was the number 12 overall prospect. We got him at number 20, which is awesome. Isaiah Todd, going to be in here as our 9th and final guy as our backup power forward. And don't you worry, Sir Dominic Pointer accepted the qualifying offer. He's gonna be here. I might do a full fucking rebuild on this dude. Like it's that bad. Like how much I really like this name. Like it's crazy. Something also funny. Andre Iguodala signed to the team on a minimum contract. Yeah, he'll be here if we need him. So I'm really excited for this team going forward. I'm hoping we can compete. Maybe be a little bit better than a 6 seed. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. Steph Curry does actually win the MVP award here at the end of season number 2. 27 points, 6 boards, 11 assists, 1.5 steals. 55 and 27 on the year for us, though. Really love to see it. Bol does win Rookie of the Year. This dude has been in the league since 2019, and he's winning Rookie of the Year. Pretty funny to see. Jalen Johnson, 6th man of the year. Was he just drafted? Yes, he was. The number 2 overall pick, not even starting, for a terrible Detroit Pistons team. Who could possibly be starting at point guard over him? He's 6'8". That is a tall-ass fucking point guard. Kawhi Defensive Player of the Year, still on the Clippers. John Collins most improved. Not something you see a lot. He's found a new home in Charlotte. Pretty cool to see. Mike Budenholzer does win Coach of the Year for the Milwaukee Bucks. So 55 wins gave us the 2 seed here in the Western Conference. Very, very happy about that. Yeah, only 1 game behind the Memphis Grizzlies. Would have been cool, but still, I'm okay with it. Player stats on the year led in scoring. Steph Curry, James Wiseman. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Klay Thompson should probably be scoring more than Wiggins, maybe more than Wiseman. I don't know. I just feel like Klay is like, he scores a lot of points per game. I just don't know why he's only that many now. Eric Pascal, it wasn't terrible. He's in the final year of his deal, and when I tried to sign him to a contract extension, he said he wouldn't. I did re-sign Steph Curry to a contract extension. Whoops, hit my controller. It's a rather large one, but we're obviously only doing 1 more year of this rebuild, so it's not really going to impact us because he was a free agent this offseason. Rebounds per game went to James Wiseman. I mean, 22 and 13. The dude had to be an all-star, and then Steph Curry led us with assists with 11. We take a look at team stats here. Points per game, we ended up being number 2, only behind the Dallas Mavericks defensively. We ended up being, oh boy, right in the middle of the pack, which made our differential actually somehow the 2nd best. So I will take that. We're taking on the Denver Nuggets here in the first round. Jamal Murray, Jeremy Lamb, Troy Brown Jr., our old friend Allen here, and Nikola Jokic. So I think we should probably beat them. We're pretty much better at every position, maybe besides the center spot. I would say Nikola Jokic definitely still better than James Wiseman. We are up 2-1 on them right now, which I definitely don't mind at all. 3-1, and we end up winning in 5 games. Very cool to see. On to take on Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. Kyle Lowry, they added. That's a really solid addition. Doncic, Kelly Oubre, Maxi Kleber, I don't really know how to pronounce it, and then Kristaps Porzingis at that center spot. That's a really good 6 seed. It makes me a little bit nervous, to be honest with you. We're tied at 1 game with them right now. Come on. Give me a 2K. Come on. 3-2 here, and going to game 7, and we win. We win. Wow, look at Toronto. After losing Kyle Lowry, they're all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. We had the Memphis Grizzlies once again. I believe we lost to them last year in the first round. John Morant, Dylan Brooks, Taylor Horton Tucker, Jaren Jackson Jr., Jonas Valanciunas. It's a really solid squad. It's Chicago and Toronto over there in the Eastern Conference. We are down 3-1 to no. Oh my God. The winner's taking on the Bulls. Who's on the fucking Bulls? Tyrese Halliburton, Levine. Oh, they have Michael Porter Jr. now. Okay. That's actually, oh my God. That's a really good team. I still think we would have won. That's unfortunate. You know what? We got a third and final season nonetheless. I mean, this is a realistic rebuild. I'm not, doing my same old like cheat stuff. Memphis Grizzlies is going to win the finals. John Morant's a fucking stud. Win finals MVP. Yeah, I'm not doing like my, normal like cheap stuff. It's like a weird not doing it. It's like a habit. It's like a drug addiction. It's like weird doing it or not doing it. Randy Martin's still good there. So we're just gonna sign a new CFO here in Benjamin Hamilton. Let's head up to the NBA draft. I will not draft Joe Nobody. I legitimately want to do a rebuild with our boy Sir Dominic Pointer. Like that, I have never heard of him before. I think that would be so fun. Like I think it would be so fun if I did a rebuild around him. If you guys want to see the Sir Dominic Pointer rebuild, please let me know in the comment section. I would be happy to do it. We're up to the NBA draft. We have the 28th overall pick from us, along with 3 second-round picks. I'm going to go ahead and actually trade 2 of these second-round picks. I don't really feel like I need them. We'll send it to Boston. Boston can take it. Danny Ainge likes drafting. And then we'll just trade 20. I don't really want that either. I'm not going to trade all my picks, but we'll send that to Portland. So it's just a swap of second-round picks. It's not that big of a deal. It's not crazy unrealistic. So let's go ahead and draft somebody here. See who's on the board. I know absolutely nothing about the 2022 draft class, so I'm probably taking either a need. Amoni Bates is an 82 overall. God damn. Chet Holmgren. Gene Montero. Gene. I don't really know. All right. So on the board for us, Kai Jones. No, maybe I'll just take some guys with interesting names. Aminu Muhammad. Cameron Fletcher. I love that name. Cameron Fletcher's our draft pick. I'm just picking guys that I like their names. I know nothing about these guys. And then we'll take another pick here. Whoever has a fun name. Day'Ron Sharpe. Trace Jackson Davis. There are some good names in this draft class. Johnny Juzang. Oh, Mac McClung's in this draft. I might actually take Mac McClung. You know what? I'll take him just because I've heard of him. We make that pick, and that is all out of Georgetown. 180 pounds. It's lightweight. So Cameron Fletcher's a 71. Mac McClung's a 78. I'll still sign him. It's just roster spots anyway. So up to team player options. Wiseman, Poole, and our boy Yam Madar can come back. We take a look at some qualifying offers right here. Sir Dominic Pointer, you're getting in McCurr Maker, Eric Pascal, and Admiral Schofield. I would much like to bring all of you back. I want all 4 of them. I am going to glance at a trade with Andrew Wiggins. I don't know if I'm going to find anything. We will obviously see. It's not unrealistic they would want to trade him at this point. I'm going to give Pascal a big deal. It's going to give him his qualifying, which I'm fine with. And then Admiral Schofield, I'll give him $50 million to Admiral Schofield. Is fucking nuts. I'm not going to renounce. No, do not renounce the rights on Sir Dominic Pointer. How dare you? And then if McCurr Maker gets an offer, I can obviously go ahead and just match anything he gets there. So we're going to go through free agency, and then I will maybe look for a trade for Eric Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins, I was looking at Eric Pascal. Make sure we do not renounce the rights here on Sir Dominic Pointer. That's like the greatest name I've actually ever heard in my life. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just me freaking out about this or if you guys will agree, but I love that name. I think it's a great name. And final day, they did not get any offers. So I was going to say I can go ahead and make the trade now just because I have to wait until they either accept an offer or get their qualifying offers. So I'm going to look for a trade, and I'll be right back. So I really wasn't able to find a good trade for Andrew Wiggins, and ultimately I'm not going to make a trade just because I don't really love the guy. So seems like the right logic there. He'll play out his final years here. I mean, I thought about maybe Jimmy Butler. Also, something that was crazy, I was looking at like teams who have small forwards that like would maybe want out just because they didn't do well. Not the power rankings. Look at these standings. Look at the lowest seed. The worst record in the NBA went to the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James on it. And Anthony Davis. How? I don't know. I don't get that one at all. It happens. At this point in time, I don't have bird rights on either who are in our free agents. It's McCurr Maker or Sir Dominic Pointer. I'll just wait for them to either get offers or accept their qualifying. So that's it. This is how the team's going to look. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final year. The third and final season here has arrived. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Eric Pascal, and then James Wiseman, who's turned into an absolute stud. So yeah, the starting lineup didn't really see any changes. I don't mind that too much. I didn't want to make a trade that, would have been a little risky and it would have seemed unrealistic. I'm perfectly fine with this rotation. I don't mind it at all. The bench, I say we did a really good job with it. Admiral Schofield, Jordan Poole, Isaiah Todd, and McCurr Maker. I think we got all of these guys, if not, they're already on the team in very realistic ways. So more than happy with that. And then our 10th and final man here, if it's needed, Sir Dominic Pointer. I fucking love him. I love him. I love him. I love him. I had never heard of him before. I don't think the majority of you probably have. I'm absolutely pumped. Hopefully do a rebuild with him if you guys want to see it. I will start him No matter what, he will be my #1 scoring option. If somebody could tell, what team is he on right now? I don't even know. If somebody could tell me if he's on a team, if he's not on a team, I'll just do a random team and sign him. Or just take a team with not a good small forward. But I'm pumped to do a rebuild on him. Hopefully you guys want to see it. But yeah, other than that, I'm super excited. I'm really hoping this team can pull out a championship here in season number 3. And I'll see you guys at the end of it. And would you look at that? Steph Curry, back-to-back years MVP, 28 points, 5.5 boards, 13 assists. I'm loving it. At the age of 35 nonetheless. 60 and 22 though. I'm very excited to see that. You know, this is, I guess, how realistic rebuild should go. I mean, you go from not so good to pretty good to really good. So I'm hoping that's how the rest of these go as well if I do more. I fucking hate myself. Chris Livingston. Not a clue. Rookie of the year for the Indiana Pacers. Victor Oladipo, 6th man, I'm guessing. Oh, no. Victor Oladipo is in Phoenix now. Interesting. Anthony Davis, Defensive Player of the Year, still in L.A. I don't know what the hell was wrong with the Lakers, but looks like they fixed it. Jalen Johnson, Most Improved. James Borrego wins Coach of the Year. I have no idea who he could possibly be coaching. Looks like it's the Charlotte Hornets. Whoa. I just thought he went on to a new team because I didn't think Charlotte was going to be a 1-seed. Cade Cunningham, Derek. Okay, this is actually a really good team. Good job rebuilding that team over their virtual GM. Steph Curry, James Wiseman, Andrew Wiggins. Yeah, Clay's down to like 16 points a game. I don't know why this happens. It's weird. It must be a tendency thing. If anybody knows anything, please let me know down below in the comment section. I'd be happy to fix it in, you know, my next rebuild I do with the Warriors, probably in a month or so. Then it was Pascal, Admiral Schofield, Jordan Poole, Isaiah Todd, Makur Maker. Damn, our boy Sir Dominic Pointer got 1 defensive rebound per game, 0.1, not 1. Rebounds per game went to James Wiseman. No, I mean 25 points and 14.5 boards. What can you say about him? Steph Curry almost 13 assists per game. Team stats in the air, points per game. We ended up being first defensively. We were first as well, and that obviously gives us the best differential. That is awesome to see. We got New Orleans here in the first round. Dennis Smith Jr. So they moved on from Lonzo Ball, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson. Gordon Hayward they added. All right, that's a pretty good team. That's a really good 8 seed nonetheless. So hopefully we can get by them. I would like to get this team a championship. That's obviously the ideal. Oh my God, we're not losing to this team in the first round, are we? All right, we're 2-2 right now. We are up 3-2. Come on, finish them out here. There we go. Moving on to face Kawhi Leonard and Paul George here, and Patrick Beverley and Montrezl Harrell. That's not fun. That's really not fun at all, but maybe we can get it done. That would be key. The Clippers are not very good, you know, at winning in the playoffs. Oh my God, we swept them. That's nuts. Portland here in the Western Conference Finals. It's Chicago and Detroit over there in the East. Dame. Okay. Did they trade CJ McCollum to Houston for Russell Westbrook? There's no way. There's just no way. No, they didn't. Oh, wait. Yes, they did. What in the world? That's like one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life. All right, well, Russell Westbrook and Damian Lillard, 2 of the most explosive players in the league, are now officially in the same backcourt. We're tied at 2 games apiece, then we go up 3-2, and we are on to the NBA Finals, taking on the Chicago Bulls. Tyrese Halliburton, Terrence Clark, Michael Porter Jr., Larry Markkinen, Yusuf Nurkic, Kobe White, Harry Giles, Daryl Macon, Alfred Payton. That's a really good team. I want to get a championship really bad here. I don't know if it's going to happen. We are tied at 2 games apiece. We go down 3-2. Only if I have to hop into this game, I will. If not, I'm hoping I can hop into, you know, damn it, game 7. All right. Oh, my God. That was my chair. I didn't just rip ass. God damn it. Bulls go on to win. Seriously? That sucks. That really sucks. We do not get a championship here with the Golden State Warriors. So, you know, I tried a realistic rebuild. I actually enjoyed making this. I didn't mind this at all. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. I think you guys probably will. I've been getting a decent amount of requests for them. So, yeah, if you guys did enjoy, please sure to leave a like down below. If you guys are new, please make sure to subscribe as well. If you guys do not already, go follow me on Twitter. Go check out the merch in the description as well. Yeah, other than that, leave me any other realistic rebuilds you want me to do. I'll do like every team if you want. Just please feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. Really wanted to get a championship. I really thought I was going to with the Warriors, so there's definitely a lot of harder teams ahead. But also with those teams, they don't have Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, so we can definitely make a few more moves with them. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys all in the next one.